It's always in the back of my mind. Something will bring it, to the forefront, and I'll remember every little detail of it. It's like a movie playing over and over in my mind, without a resolution, because what was it? It's not the way they describe other Bigfoot or other sightings. It was different.
Brushy Creek is a very ancient and strange place. Even when you take out all the mysterious and alleged paranormal stuff, you're still left with a lot of really unusual things that have happened in this area. I mean, for instance, we have Indian burial mounds in a lot of areas of the Brushy Creek. There was even one that had, in the 1960s, I believe, they found an ancient Roman coin at the bottom of one of these ancient Indian burial mounds. At the time, it was the oldest complete skeleton that had ever been found in the United States, and I believe that was in the 1960s. That was found right along the Brushy Creek. I mean, not only that, but you have the legend of the Hairy Man Road, where it's alleged that a hairy being has inhabited that area of the Brushy Creek since, the 1800s, where people were claiming to be ran off of the Hairy Man Road by this alleged hairy creature. Once you take all these things into account, the Brushy Creek still has a really strange and weird history. This past year was one of Texas' worst droughts ever recorded. And because of that, there were a lot of areas of the Brushy Creek that were exposed that hadn't been before. And I was able to get access to some of these areas that, people haven't been in for many years. In 2011, I had my own experience off of the Brushy Creek with a group of friends. And ever since then, I've wondered if anyone else had experienced what we had along the Brushy Creek. So as I started making my research public, uh, I didn't think I was going to get many people responding, but to my surprise, I got several emails and people reaching out to me on social media telling me a similar story to my own. And it's so interesting that people who had never met before were almost telling me the exact same story, and that story had taken part along the Brushy Creek here.
Now we just gotta find a perfect spot. Set up this camera, especially next to this small river we got to the right of us. I mean, something large probably walked through here. Yeah. I mean, considering how soft this dirt is, probably doesn't take much, but I mean, this is pretty deep.
What do you think it could have been?
I don't know, it almost has like a hoof type shape, but no reason why a horse or anything would be out here. But if it was coming down this way, maybe a heel dug into it, because it's pretty consistent, even from all the way up there on top of the trail, down there to those parts right here, and it just ends. I don't know if it's anything. It stood here, but if it stopped, looks like almost like horse marks. I could be totally wrong. If it stopped here, definitely probably good space for something walking upright and space his legs out. Thing is, there's no more tracks after this. Stops here. It's interesting. If it's an animal, I'm not too sure. I mean, those look like hoof prints. Well, it's an interesting find. You'll be able to see prints through that, in that creek. But there aren't any. I think we found a pretty good location. Found some track marks, and looks like there might have been some good little traffic coming through here. So we're gonna set this bad boy up for about another week, maybe 2 weeks. We'll see what happens. Come back out here, check out the footage, see if we caught anything good. If not, then we'll just move off to the next one and we'll see what we got. put this field camera out here about a couple weeks ago, so we'll see if we've got anything on here. There's been some activity out in this area. We are in Austin, Texas. It's kind of strange to know if Sasquatch sightings are here, right? But there have been a lot of native tribes and stuff in this area, so hopefully we'll see what we caught. We're going to take some look at the footage for a little bit and then go and relocate it to another hot spot, so we'll see then. Yeah, I think it should probably set up. We can find a way on that side.
Think so? That's pretty weird.
So,
Very fresh.
walking out here with bare feet.
That's mud right there.
Yeah,
That's a mud track.
there's 1 foot. It's definitely toes.
Absolutely.
The arch. That was really random.
Very. With all the encounters and incidents people were reaching out to me with, it was very rare that someone actually got a glimpse of whatever this thing was. And that was until I had an email. Someone reached out to me via email, and they gave me a very interesting, detailed encounter. And honestly, I think it's possibly the best encounter I've ever heard that's taken place in the area. The way she tells the story, it's almost like it happened yesterday. I can see it in her face as she's going over the details. It's still fresh, even though it happened several years back. It's definitely something that stuck with her.
It was during the winter of 1980, closer to Christmas time. I was at work. Well, me and my sister were at work, and we had gotten out, went to meet up with some friends after work, and then we came home about midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, and as we pulled into the driveway, something moved in the neighbor's yard across the little hedges that were there, and we both looked over. There was eye shine. It was like a reddish amber color, and it was huge. It was on all fours, and it was black. It was totally black. First thing that came to mind was a cow, that it was a cow, because it was pretty big. And there were cows behind our house. There was like a ranch back there. And so we pulled in. I got out and I walked over to the hedges. So I'm looking at it, at this cow, and I told my sister, who should we call to report this? That one of the cows got out. And right when I said that, my sister was walking or getting out of the car and walking over to me. The cow stood up on 2 legs, and it wasn't a cow. And it came straight towards us. It ran towards us. My sister screamed so loud, and I kind of just froze. It was like time stood still, everything moving in slow motion. It was 7-8 feet tall, maybe larger, because I remember looking up at it and seeing the roof of the neighbor's house behind it. It's really strange, but I remember almost going deaf, where I couldn't hear anything. I could see his mouth open. I could see my sister's mouth open, and they were screaming at each other, but I could not hear it. And I just stood there in shock. I was in shock because I had never witnessed anything like that in my life. And I could see the teeth. They were just like ours, very block, really white teeth. The eyes were like a amber color. They were huge. And the color of the eyes was really strange. It was like a white clouds moving within the eyeballs. Its hair was super long, black, jet black, straight. It was not matted or anything like that. It was just long hair all over its body, except for the face. All of a sudden, it just stopped screaming, looked straight at me, turned, and ran towards the back of the house. It jumped over the hedges and then, like a hurdler, jumped into the woods. Now, it was dark back there, and of course it was nighttime, but it almost seemed like jumped into something big and dark. Just jumped in there. There was no sound of it landing or running off, none of that. The features were human, very human. It looked very Native American. Did not look to what I perceived to be a Bigfoot. I definitely think it has to do with this area, the Brushy Creek area, the cave system. I really feel that they live in the caves, the caverns. The connection underground goes on for miles and miles and miles. And I believe they've been there a very long time, very long time. Definitely Native American with something else, but human. It's not an ape. It's not alien. It's not anything like that, in my opinion. It is a culmination of the different bloodlines.
People have been telling me about Hairy Man Road since, I was a kid in the area. I drove by there for soccer practice several years in a row, and it just had an aura about it. It was kind of like our Sleepy Hollow. It was just a road that was completely encased in trees, like a canopy of trees that just covered the road. And it has the long history of hairy man sightings, alleged Bigfoot sightings taking place since the 1800s. So it's always just been a really interesting and weird place for me. Yeah, I've heard some weird stories off of Hairy Man Road. I know there was one woman who was jogging along the Hairy Man Road, and she told me she had seen what she thought was like a giant lemur in a tree. And she thought that was weird, and the next day she went to like a book club meeting, and she was telling people in the book club, and as she was saying this, one other woman jumped up and said, "Oh my God, I saw the same thing, a giant lemur off of Hairy Man Road." And most recently I got a report, someone had reached out to me saying that they were riding bikes on Hairy Man Road with one of their kids, and as they were riding, they had pebbles being thrown at them right off of the Brushy Creek. And I thought that was really strange, and believe it or not, shortly after that, the Hairy Man Road was actually closed. And so I really wanted to get down there because I thought this would have been the perfect time to get down there and see if there was any activity going on the closed Hairy Man Road. And I was really shocked at what we encountered there off of Hairy Man Road. Down here at the Hairy Man Road, the closed Hairy Man Road. Pretty spooky, never been out here at night, but pretty spooky. Cops show up, that actually won't be too bad. Be like, "What do you know?" Yeah, be like, "What do you know about this road?" Yeah. yeah, bro. It's a different, it's a whole other ball game at dark now.
Yeah, now it's a different environment.
Some of the big old trees that cover this road. Yeah. It started over here. But now I'm hearing it over here. And I'm hearing like two of them. I don't know if that's a big old frog or what. It sounds weird. Yeah, I can be able to see anything through this thick brush, man. It's just so thick. It's insane. This is like a wall of brush right here. If anything wanted to hide, it'd be easy to hide behind that.
It's like a yip.
It is like a yip. Careful, man.
Thicker than a snicker out here, guys. Holy shit.
Yeah. There's a lot of good places to hide, man.
I know, look how massive
Look at these trees. Like, this whole thing is like a jungle out here.
It really is, actually.
Yeah. A jungle with caves, you know? There are so many caves in this area. I don't know what that is.
Here's another trail right here.
Yeah? I don't know if you want to go down that one with all that noise. There is a little trail right here. How close is it to the water?
It's pretty close right here. Watch out for some moccasins or anything.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Careful, watch your step.
That's the water out there, guys. It's really flowing. It's crazy when you get near that water, everything starts coming out.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, something's been moving through for sure.
A lot of entrances here, guys.
Something's been moving through.
See how big that one is.
Yeah, it's a big
perfect
hole. Yeah. And it cuts right through this brush, this thick hole. There's a wall right here except for that one little spot.
Just heard a thump in that.
There's a thing that's bent like really bad, like a metal bar that's like bent crazy, like a zigzag. Yeah. I'm surprised. I thought some teenagers would be out here or something doing some shit. What the fuck was that?
Yeah, seriously, that was a fucking broken branch right there.
What the fuck was that?
That was a step.
Holy shit. That scared the shit out of me.
Dude, that's like me breaking a branch up
Yeah.
earlier, dude.
That sounded like some throwing a rock or something, maybe a tree break, yeah. That was loud as shit.
Right on that. That's kind of near that entrance area.
Should we keep going or turn back?
No, let's keep going.
Fucking A.
Let's get to the bandit lead.
Oh my goodness. Holy shit.
There's a can behind it.
Good idea, good
We'll
idea.
catch this
Yes, please do. I'll get in front, you get the back.
thing. That was really trippy, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I got spooked when I heard that, bro. Honestly, I got spooked. That was scary.
We're getting followed.
Could be. I heard something over here too. Like a pebble hit the ground or something. There it goes, the pebble. Fucking A. No bullshit, there was a pebble right there. It just landed like right in front of me, dude. I kicked it out of the way. That was creepy. Like it rolled. Something rolled it like. That's fucking creepy. That's a spot that's private property right there.
Right.
No one's been able to go on this land. It's been a family-owned land since like the 50s, man.
What?
No one has been able to go on this property right here. And I think there's a lot of interesting stuff that goes on there. They got a lot of caves and stuff. No one's ever been on there.
Oh shit, you.
Good.
No, pebble just hit my foot.
Pebble just hit your foot. I'm telling you, something's throwing pebbles out here.
Nah, dude, something just hit my foot. That was weird.
I'm telling you, something rolled a pebble in front of me. I mean, if it wanted to, it could be here at like a playground all night. No one's out here messing around. Holy shit, that shit is dark as fuck right there. I swear I saw something move right there.
In that hole.
Oh my god, it's like a shape like a person too. Fucking creepy as fuck. I swear I saw something move right there. In that hole. I swear I saw something in this hole right here. I saw something move down here now too. I don't know if that was a snake or what. Fucking creepy. You get behind us, make sure nothing's back here. Maybe we should check our batteries, see how we're doing. I would hate to be out here in pitch fucking black.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Did we pass the curve already? I don't know if we did or not. some lights up here for a second, and they dipped off. There they go again. I don't know if that's a cone. Might be a cone.
Yeah, that's a frog.
Yeah, that's a frog right there. That's a frog, you for sure. And the other one, you can't hear it anymore. It was just in that spot. So we're down here at the Hairy Man Road. We've been out here for maybe over an hour, and we've already had some really strange stuff happen to us. I know I had a pebble roll right in front of my foot. Aaron had a pebble hit his foot. We've been hearing really weird noises the entire walk. We've heard what sounded like a frog kind of thing in one area, but it's only in that area when we go by, and it was not like a frog I've ever heard before. And we heard a huge tree snap when we had our backs turned, and that really just made the hair on the back of my neck stand up. And I mean, it's really spooky here during the day, but at night, I mean, it's just another animal. There's no way I'd be able to walk this entire thing at night. There's no way. I don't think anybody'd be able to do that. It's really spooky out here. These trees are pretty much blocking out any moonlight we're getting. Everything you're seeing is from artificial light that we brought ourselves. And I mean, our gimbals are acting crazy. They're kind of moving and rotating by themselves on the spot, and it's just some of this stuff I've never experienced before while filming along the Brushy Creek. And it's kind of eerie to be out here at night with this stuff happening. I don't know if something happens here at night that's different from the day, but it's spooky all the way around. And this is the area that in 1965 a group of high school boys were out here hanging out at around midnight, around the same time we are now, when one of the boys got stranded out here. Shorty Caldwell, he was a high school football athlete. They were all hanging out here, and he got stranded. And as he was walking home, he said he described being chased out of the area by what he described as a wild hairy man. And the next day he showed up at school and told all the kids, and it really caught like wildfire. And shortly after that, the road was officially named Hairy Man Road. But the stories of Hairy Man Road actually date back to the 1800s, when settlers traveling this road claimed to be chased out of the area by a similar wild hairy man that was often seen hanging over the trees here that canopy the road. So I mean, this place has a long history of weird activity going on since the 1800s, and it really hasn't stopped. On this road, when they're constructing one of the neighborhoods not far, it's on the Beast of Brushy Creek documentary. One of the construction workers just flat out says, yeah, we saw a Bigfoot, like it was no big deal to them. Another worker said he saw a shadow behind a tree, and that was the same worker that told me about a really large cave not far from this area. And since that neighborhood's been built, that cave is now blocked off by a large metal fence. It's not a barbed wire fence, it's actually a really heavy duty metal fence that's blocked it off. And for what, I have no idea. Maybe just to keep people safe. But in that same area, my friend Jordan hopped the fence. And he found a gigantic stone, almost the size of a car hood, that's propped up. Looked like it's like a trap. But a few people it would take more than one person to lift that thing up, to prop it up like that, and they would have to jump over the fence and do that. And I don't know, it's all just really strange and weird, and it's all happening here along Hairy Man Road in the Brushy Creek. So I'm kind of having second thoughts about coming out here at night. Like I said, I don't know if I'll end up doing it again, but a lot of weird activity, and we're kind of right in the middle of Hairy Man Road right now. We're not in the middle, kind of in the front of Hairy Man Road right now. We haven't really progressed much further. We're maybe about a mile in right now, and I think that's about as far as I want to go. I don't know if I want to go any further than that. There was some weird activity that happened that might have contributed to the road being closed. I'm not really sure, but shortly after that, the road was closed, and it's been closed for 9 months. They say it's due to construction, but as you can see, when we're walking down, all you really see is combs. You don't really see much construction going on. So it's really strange for them to have closed the entire portion of Hairy Man Road for construction. I don't think they needed to close the entire road if they're doing something further down, but the whole road is closed. It's been closed for 9 months. So I really wanted to get down here while it was closed to see if there was any activity kind of enhanced because of the closure. And it does seem like it's been closed since November, so it's It's been closed for a few months. It's June now, and it does seem like that might have bolstered the activity, having it closed for so many months. Probably end up turning back right now because it's getting dark, and I don't want our batteries to die out here in the pitch black. No way I'd want that to happen. So yeah, really creepy spot. Hearing a bunch of noises, tree breaks, pebbles being thrown at us, some noises that I haven't heard, and I've lived here for 30 years. So I don't know if this might be my last time coming out here at night. You know, it's really creepy, but I really wanted to show this area, show you guys what it looks like at night down here. I don't know if anyone's ever taken night video down here at this time, but it's a spooky spot. I mean, this place is filled with caves and caverns. I don't know, it's really weird and creepy down here, and this might be the last time you see me down at the Hairy Man Road at night. We really haven't gone too far in. We're maybe only about a mile in right now, and like I said, we've heard some weird noises. That tree snap really scared the crap out of me when my back was turned. Aaron got hit with a pebble rolled right in front of me, and it's all really strange. I'm trying to make sense of this stuff, but I don't know. I don't think I'll be coming back out here anytime soon. The Brushy Creek is just right off to the side of the Hairy Man Road here, and that's part of the Balcones Escarpment, which is an ancient fault line that it's been inhabited for about 13,000 years. When they found the oldest complete skeleton at the time, which was right off the Brushy Creek, it was called the Neanderthal woman, and that was in the 1970s. Also, not far from this spot, they did find an ancient Roman coin at the bottom of an Indian burial mound. So that's really hard to explain away, all this stuff. There's a lot of weird activity going on here. It's really hard to explain away. Like I said, Aaron had a pebble hit his foot. We've heard what kind of sounded like a duck and a frog mixed together, and it's not like any frog I've heard before, and it kind of followed us. If it was a frog, I think it would have stayed in one spot. But the thing that really got my antenna up was that tree break. That tree break was terrifying, and I don't think I'll be coming out here again at this time at night. It's just a really spooky spot. It's spooky during the day, but at night it's just a whole nother beast, to be honest with you. And we're hearing all types of stuff out here right now. Tree breaks and big old croaking things, and I have no idea. We are heading back now so our cameras don't die, and we're in the pitch black out here. The moon is out, but the canopy of trees is just blocking it out, so there's really no light. The only light you're seeing is artificial light coming from our gear. And I mean, it's almost pitch black out here. And we're getting out of here, man. Before it gets too late, we're getting out of here. I'm not really sure if we'll ever know what's going on along the Brushy Creek, what people are encountering, but I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. And I think people, if they've been encountering something since the 1800s, what's going to stop it? I've had reports as recent as last month. I don't know, someone reached out to me saying a bus driver encountered something as he was chauffeuring the kids back home. They were on a railroad track and something came out and slapped the side of the bus. And a few of the kids got to look at it, and the bus driver was allegedly had seen this thing through the rearview mirror. So I'm working to get more information on that. I'm not sure if it's ever going to stop. It seems like it's made this place home, and it has been here for a really long time. And I think it's just going to continue to live, maybe even thrive here. Hopefully I'll be able to get some answers for some of the people that have had some of these experiences. And all I can say is the Brushy Creek is a really weird place.